Today we're going to look at cash flow and costs. Remember that your turnover is good, your profit is great, but the amount of cash you've got on startup is the king. If you haven't got the cash, you aren't able to do the things that you want to achieve in your business. Remember that the more cash you have at the end of the equation, the more you can do later on to actually expand your business. Have a look at the menu of costs that you've got: marketing, risk, operating products, startup, and ongoing costs of looking after those assets, communication. And remember that living is an afterthought at this stage. You want to try and get your break-even point by looking at your costs. Have a look at your costs. Each of those costs might be variable with turnover, or it might be fixed. And then again, it might be fixed, but it is stepped. In other words, it increases with more turnover, or the scale and scope of activities increases. You need to have a look at the variables that go behind your marketing budget. In other words, how much things cost and the different channels you do, through to the cost of telecommunications. Look at all those costs. You need to look at risk management. How much is it going to cost you for public liability, statutory liability, health and safety plans? How much is your medical insurance to cover you just in case ACC doesn't pick you up at the start? You need to have a look at those risk management plans to find out how much it's going to cost. You might decide to do everything by outsourcing. You've got to look at those costs. And if you do it in-house, how much of that training are you going to have to pick up to get you up to speed? Outsourcing, in-house work, all costs. It has different bases. You need to look at it. In the end, you've got to cover all your bases with this plan. Look at everything, put it together, and find out how much it's going to cost. And then go back to the drawing board. You've got to look on a budget and look at things like Excel.